have a couple of prepared comments about today's veterinarians that I'll turn for you and can answer any questions that you have about the profession.
Please, let's just start talking.
There, I started an internship at
I usually find with that age group that there's a fair amount of natural appeal with the animals and all, which is a nice thing. For a little older kids, and just thinking about coming here today, I was also noticing, a lot of the young folks that we hire do seem to have a fairly difficult time with long-term goals. I don't know if my son's going to be 8 years old soon, so I haven't quite gotten to those issues yet. But it's something that we see trying to hire assistants that may have graduated high school, may not have any other education, and just getting them to stay put doing something for a while. And one of the things that I think medicine does offer is relatively short-term goals. I mean, getting into the career may take a little longer if you're doing the medical degree, or really not that long at all if you're doing veterinary assisting or technician. But the goals, once you're in there, you kind of set goals on a that day basis. I mean, you can see the problem that someone brings to you to solve, solved either right then or in a day or in a week, a lot of times. And I was just wondering if that might not be an approach to talking a little bit about science with secondary school kids, about, it's not all researching a new, vaccine that might take decades of research, or how to explore the oceans, which always turned me on a lot, actually. But it seems to take some patience to see the fruits of those labors, And maybe we shouldn't join the bandwagon with like the video era kids that just want it now. But there is something about working with animals that's pretty quick turnaround as far as seeing the rewards for your efforts. So, and it's also a career, both assisting and veterinary medicine, that you can be anywhere in the country. I mean, hopefully coming to stay in Maine, but you can really be anywhere in the country. Florida. Hello. Hi. I'm Dr. Allen, Chris Allen. I'm a veterinarian. Nice to meet you, Dale.
Science chair, Wyndham High.
Hi, pleasure to meet you. Phil, Chris, nice to meet you. What's your line of work, Phil? You're a teacher.
Actually, just kind of the opposite. I've been almost school boards, regional main jobs comes today. Apprenticeship,
yeah, it sounds like an interesting mix.
I was in D.C. for 2 days this week. Reauthorization of workforce investment. So I'm involved in it.
That's great.
A student today.
Well, good. If there's any questions, we were just talking a little bit about veterinary medicine and jobs, aspects of the career. You gentlemen have any specific questions I can answer? I've got a couple of brochures and some talking points about the career on the centerpiece here, but something that usually has a fair amount of appeal to kids, at least of a certain age, just working with animals. And that's a good thing. It's been sort of a traditional thing. But there's a lot of, other aspects to a career in veterinary medicine that the kids may not be aware of. Not the James Harriet stuff, but the biomedical research, or working in food production. Hi, Chris Allen. Nice to meet you, Gordon. So there's some information about that as far as other corners of the career besides just helping cats and dogs.
I separate guidance and career. How involved or how young do you think career guidance people should be working with our students to demonstrate the options that are out there, not making them choose something they have to stay with?
It's a great question that I'm completely unqualified to answer, but can definitely.
Well, with your experience with talking with different age students, how do you think you really get an interest that's meaningful in becoming a veterinary, not just because it's exciting, it's fixing the dog?
Right. I mean, my own personal bias is, you can't lock that interest in, or can't assume to lock that interest in. Really, I mean, a lot of my classmates at veterinary school were second career. My best man at our wedding, which was during veterinary school, was mid-50s. We were all third-year students at that time. So, it's never. I don't like that idea of sort of tracking a career interest early. I think, and that's just a general statement for me, not as an educator, but just probably a personal bias.
I don't mean to imply to lock in, but career oriented so they can make a choice.
Well, in this particular career, I mean, we do very early bite prevention stuff for probably as early as kindergarten and first grade, and I don't know that that's about their career interest so much, but at least putting a face on veterinary medicine as more than just sitting in the office doing the vaccines, but talking about public health issues, which bite awareness is part of that. And so I think very young here, because you can make it pretty easily fun for them, bring in